Hello, hello, hello. Happy Friday, everyone. Come on in. I want you to just give me a minute here while I try to check into Facebook to make sure that I went live. And hopefully you can join us for a little treat. This is going to be a quick demonstration, but it is so cute. I'm so excited. Okay, let me see. Does this say that I am live? Hopefully I am. I'm all crooked, I think. Okay, I see Madison and Lori and Jean and France and another Jean. Thank you so much for coming on in. Boy, I'm just crooked today, aren't I? Hi, Nick. How's everybody? How's Ireland? Welcome, welcome. So, hi, Anna. Say hello and tell everyone where you're from. This is quite the friendly group. There's Jackie. Hi, Jackie from Pittsburgh. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Bev. How are you doing? So, good to see everyone. Okay, let's do just a couple announcements. So, earlier today, I kind of showed you this kit, this All Is Cozy and Bright. Phenomenal. I got 2 of them. It comes with a small block. It's a D size block, but it's the thinner size. It's not, here, let me grab a, do I have a D? All my D blocks are being used apparently. Am I using one today? Here, I'm using one today. So you can see it's quite a bit thinner. It's great for starting out, especially if someone doesn't have a block. So it will do the trick. But these have the nice finger grooves and are rounded. So you do get a little block in here, but not quite as nice as our regular blocks. You have the sentiments. Happy Christmas and a joyous new year. I love that. I love this one. Aren't you glad it's Christmas? Because they're going to have the orange slices on here. Celebrate the season. All is cozy and bright. May the holiday warm your heart, and wishing you a Merry Christmas. It's hard to see because they don't really have it. A heavy stamp on there. A full sheet of dimensionals. I love that. There's all these little clove pieces and then the orange slices. There's 2 different sizes here. And then the cinnamon sticks. You have a Poppy Parade. You've got everything that you need for the sentiments. They'll all fit on here. Matching envelopes. They're not lined. I did look. They're not lined, but look at how cute they are with the pine cone and everything. Oh my gosh, they're adorable. This is what the card looks like when you put it together. And what I absolutely love is they added a little gold foiling on there. So all 12 of them are the same. This is the whole card, but they're cute. You get 12. And these are the instructions. It's got picture instructions, so whatever language. I think, are these only offered in the United States? I'm not sure. So, but very, very cute, very, very cute. So this is in our kit section. And I just wanted to remind you guys, I got 2 of them. And those are on sale just in my online store. So stinking cute. Now, we are on the last leg of Celebration, and just a reminder, I think the brushed metal sold out, but I showed today on a demonstration these craft boxes, and so when you're doing, I don't have it put together. I need to do that, but I wanted to wait and see how I'm decorating them, although the craft box decoration is pretty good. They're pretty self-explanatory. They have the adhesive right on it, so I like that. That's pretty awesome. But it's just a little simple box with a window sheet. Knowing Stampin' Up, I haven't read this yet, but I should check into that. I bet you they're food grade. And then you just close them up here, and you can put like your card kits. For those of you who are constantly getting my stamp packs, you could throw a stamp pack in here and have a nice gift. So I think that's pretty awesome. Or, you know, you can fill it with whatever treat you want. I'm trying to get it together. So these are still available. I had to buy quite a few sets of these because those of you who are on my Celebration Appreciation, you'll be getting one. Let's see. Plus then, these were a $50 tier, but then if you go for the $100 tier, the ones here in green, you get some additional dies. So that's still going on. It's pretty awesome. Any orders that you place for me, please use my host code. I certainly appreciate that. And then last but not least, I have a card kit. This is a class to go. The thing that's a little bit different about this is you're going to get 6 cards of 3 different designs, and then you're going to get 2 gift card holders that you can match. I try to keep the cost very low, so there's different options that you can have, but I use the Leaf Fall 3D embossing folder. I don't know if you've seen this. This thing is great. If you want my kit and you already have this embossing folder, that's okay. I can replace it with another embossing folder for you. But it's the soft seedlings. It's got a watermark. It's pretty cool. I cut all the cardstock for you. All you have to do is glue it and add your personal creative touch to it, and it's ready to go. So those are currently on sale. We're done with the announcements, then we can get to the fun part because it is Friday. I hope you all are having a fantastic day. So speaking of 3D embossing folders, I have the Painted Posies 3D embossing folders. I don't know if you guys can see this or not. I don't know how well that's going to come up on camera. It has a really deep embossing, and it's very, very pretty. I decided to do this on vellum, as you can see, and what I did is I have this lovely layers. This goes with another stamp set, but it has some plain vellum here in the back, so I just took that right out and I ran it through the embossing folder. But I want you to notice that this is a directional embossing folder, so I wanted it to go vertical on my card, so I definitely faced my if I would have faced it this way, I wouldn't have been going up. I would have had to turn it this way. But the card is actually a portrait card, so I wanted it in the portrait position, and I wanted as much embossing as possible on this. So let's look at this. Isn't it pretty? It is so stinking delicate looking. I love that. I love these really 3D embossing folders. So this is a super, super pretty and ready to go for my creation. I love that. I didn't even have to pre-cut it. It was just awesome. And I just used my embossing folder. So if you like this folder and you have the other one, you can definitely get that if you're going to order the kit. So let me pull out our, I did some die cutting with our tailored tag punch, and I used, let's see, we'll need this. I'm going to need this. There we go. Put that aside. I used the tailored tag, tailor-made tags dies, and I used the largest one. And I went and I cut out, this is a piece of Pool Party, and this is from, I think it's the Abigail Rose paper. I'm having a lot of fun with this paper. Jackie, you actually have me convinced to buy the stamp set now. Yes, this is Abigail Rose 12 by 12. There's amazing papers in here, and it just is so much fun. So we're going to start with that. And I want to show you, well, you know what? Let's just start with that. So I am pulling in. It's been a while since I've used these or demonstrated these. These are our colored pencils. They are watercolor pencils. So, not like regular colored pencils. You can blend them when you're done. And I'm going to use this, and I will use, and let me go look for it here, a blender pen today. So this will be kind of fun. You're going to want a piece of scratch paper. So let me pull one out right here. This is just an old piece of typing paper that I want to use. I want to start off by making my card base. This is very vanilla. I don't use very vanilla enough. I'm just definitely a basic white gal, but we're going to go for it. And I didn't use the thick. You could if you like that for your base, but I didn't use it on this one. And I usually tell you when I do. And most of the time when I'm doing bases, I do use the thick, but I've got enough layers on this that I think it's going to be just fine. So let's take our piece of pre-cut. So I just kind of put the die where I thought in the paper it would look really nice to have this floral image. So I chose out of all of those colored pencils, I chose the Coastal Cabana, the Flirty Flamingo, and of course the Granny Apple Green. So to get all those colors, I did have to purchase, and just so you know, I had to purchase the sets. Well, actually, there's two different sets, and this one is from the Watercolor Pencil Assortment 2. And so that one has the Flirty Flamingo, the Coastal Cabana, and the Granny Apple Green. So I thought I had to get it from two different ones. Oops, here's two also. And then the blender pens are sold separately. So these are not something that you put water in. It's not like the water painters. These are something else. I don't know what's in them exactly, but so let's just start with the Granny Apple Green, and I'm going to put a deep line of color kind of where these ridges are. So this is one of those things for those of you who like color and like to have like that watercolored look or that blender pen look, but like a little more control. That's what this is going to be like, which that's totally me. I mean, I love the blender pens, but I don't use them to blend as much as I do to just color in. So I'm just doing some dark lines here, and I'm actually pressing very hard just to get some of the veins of the, let me see, is there any more? Okay, then I'm going to come back in and I'm just going to color like I would with a pencil. I'm just going to lay some down. I'm not putting a bunch of pressure on this. I'm just kind of, and I'm going to color these little branches here. And I'm not coloring it in a lot because the blender pen's going to do that. So I will stop when I get this done and just kind of show you. Oops. I just bumped my paper trimmer. And actually, when I get to this point, I've decided here that I need to go even darker down the center on some of these. So I'm going to come back in and just go darker because this will blend out nicely with the watercolor pencils. And this gives you such a control. Okay. So you can see that's not colored in. Okay. Now you can use the blender pens and you can overblend. And when you overblend, you start to pill the paper. So you don't want to do that. You want to have a nice light touch. So you clean it by just wiping it off on a piece of scrap paper. In fact, I'll start on this end so you can kind of see. So here we go. I'm going to come in here and I'm just going to do this leaf, and then I'm going to stop and show you what this looks like. So the color is coming off here, if I were to go to a different color, but let me, so just this one leaf, you can see how it's kind of filled it in, but left some of that definition. I'm hoping you can see that. Okay, let me come back to these. Well, actually, I'm going to just finish them up and pull it down on the branches here. Just going to do this nice fresh green. So this is really super easy for someone who doesn't know how to use those blending pens, maybe wants a softer look than what the blender pens would give you. Perfect. Okay, so now I'm going to start coloring in some of these other little flowers here. And I'm going to go around some of these little ones and just lay down some color. These aren't the star of the show, so I'm not super worried about them. I'm just going to lay down some color, and I'm trying to determine what's a leaf and what isn't, and what's a little flower and what isn't. And I think I'm going to come back and I'm going to use my other set here because I want a little daffodil delight in the center of these, because they do have a little center. This is like, I'm telling you, you guys, this is when people talk about coloring, and I want to make sure I have that green off from before because I'm going to be doing the pink, and I'm going to do this yellow since it's lighter. I'll do that first. Get rid of what's on the blending pen and then go back into the pink. Like so. I forget about these. We've had these for years, but you know, you get used to your Stampin' routine and stuff, but sometimes it's fun to pull this stuff out. It's like the chalks. I forget about my chalks too, but chalks actually are so much fun. So I'm going to clean off. Now it's running clear on the paper. You can kind of see where it's running clear on the paper, even though the tip may be colored. Okay, and here's what it's looking like so far. So now let's go. I chose the Coastal Cabana. So I don't want to do these center pieces. So I'm just going to come here on these outside edges and get that. And down here, I'm going to lay a bunch of color down. And it goes lighter as you go. So I'm just, you see, there's no artistic ability whatsoever. I'm just laying some color down. That's it. And what I'm doing is I'm following the highlights that Stampin' Up! Already made in the stamps. I'm not worried about it being too perfect. As you can see, I'm just trying to get that color to transfer down there. Now let's see, we're going to do some on all of these. And this is what's great, and this is why I'm a stamper, because, you know, I mean, I did very good in art in school, but, you know, people can ace art. How do I say this? I mean, you can be good at art, and then you can be, like, astounding. And I was good at art. I didn't have any problem with art, but this makes it so much simpler. Now, is this flower and this flower? I think they are the same thing, so I'm going to do it again. I'm going to go darken this middle, even though they don't have that. That's okay. And then I'll go in where these others are. and I'm just laying down that color. I'm just not being, you know, too specific on that. I'm just laying it down. Now I'm going to go back in and I'm just going to lightly do, not all the way to the edge, but just kind of lightly color. And I want you to just see how almost reckless my lines are so that you can see when I do this with the blender pen. Oh, I missed a leaf. Okay, can you see how kind of reckless I am with that? It's not a pretty job. It's just I'm putting some color down. And if you see some spots that you think, oh, maybe a little bit more, you know, you can do that too. That's up to you. Okay, so then taking my blender pen again, and I'll use that newer side, I'm going to come in and I'm just going to fill those in. I'm just going to blend those. Now, I don't want to keep soaking that paper and soaking that paper in the same spot. You soak it and you soak it and you soak it, it starts to pill. So I'm just doing a circular motion and filling it in. I'm going to pull some of this color from down below. Oh, maybe I pulled too much. Maybe I should have went the other direction. Yeah, I should have went the other direction so that it stays darker down at the bottom. It just depends on how you like it, really. And I'm just trying to kind of go a little faster here since I've been doing this for a while. I didn't realize this would take quite so much of your time, guys. I'm sorry. I try to be very mindful of my demonstrations not taking, you know, an hour and a half to 2. I know you guys have things to do and it's Friday and you want to go do it, but I certainly appreciate you coming and spending a little time with me and hopefully talking amongst yourselves. Let me stop here after I get this kind of swirled in, and then I'll see if you guys are talking or if there's any questions. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Yeah, I don't see really any questions, so. Yep, coloring is relaxing, Mary Jo. Thank you, Kathy. Yes, I agree. It is. It's very relaxing, and you don't have to think a whole lot sometimes. Now, I know there's some who are very much perfectionists. That's fine. See, what's really great about stamping is you get a license to be creative. You don't have to do what I do. I leave a lot of little white stuff in mine. I want to get a card made, and I want to get it out and flying if I can. So I see I missed a couple of things here. So you can come back in. Is that it? I want to make sure I got the blue off before I go in and do, yeah, there we go. Okay, so that's it. It's actually pretty simple. You can sit and do the whole page while you watch TV if you want to. I definitely notice, maybe I will go in here with some of this yellow through this stamen area. I think I'll go in through here and use your own creative license. You can pick your own favorite colors. There's so many to choose from. If Jean shoots on here, there's actually purple in our color pencils. I don't know which purple it is, but I know there's purple in there. So you can do, which by the way, I got your card, Jean. And I love that you have a purple pen that you write it out with. I was like, woohoo, she had a purple pen. You're going for it. You have purple sickness. So the stamp set that I'm going to use today is the Go-To Greetings. This is just exactly what it says. It's got all of your basics in different fonts and different sizes, and I love that. So I chose Just a Note tonight. This would be perfect for a happy birthday, a thinking of you, but since it's a tag card, I just chose Just a Note. Okay, so we've got our base here. And then we've got the piece of vellum that we did the embossing on. So I get this question a lot. How do you attach embossing, no, not embossing, vellum without it showing? The easiest way for me to explain attaching vellum without it showing is cover it up. That's it, cover it up. So I know that my tag is gonna go in the middle, so I might as well just use a little Stampin' seal right there because my tag's going to cover it up. And that is my best tip. Oh, I hate not using the green glue though, I gotta tell you. Not very good at getting stuff even. Not too shabby. Okay, so now when it's embossed, it doesn't show as much with the Stampin' seal. I didn't think I could ever love anything as much as Fast Fuse, but I'm telling you, I love it. So, now let's look at our tag. Let's put our tip back on. Let's look at our tag here. And I do like this. Do I like it this way or this way? Do you guys ever do that? I think I like it this way better, which is odd because I usually go that other route. So I'm just going to put a little bit of the glue on here. I like to line up the tags. I think it gives it kind of some symmetry as if it were to be tied up. So I just glued that together. And as I'm looking at this, I have determined I need a little more blender pen in a couple of spots. And I just touch that with the green without cleaning it. That's why you clean it on each one. Okay, this thing is really cute and very seriously, like adorable here. I love this. I love this paper. I love this paper. So let's go ahead and attach this. Now I am going to attach this fully and flat down on here because of course I'm going to pop a sentiment. You guys know how I feel about that. My personal thing. I know some people pop, pop, pop. Pop, pop, pop. That's interesting. Glad Bill's not here. He would tease me about that. He will be here soon. I'm making that crack chicken crock pot recipe and he loves it. And I stick vegetables in there and he doesn't even mind. Okay, so I want to give this a good press, and I glued this very good because it is on the vellum that is bumpy. So I want to make sure that I have this in place. Okay, what next? Let's take a piece of scrap, and I'm going to use the Just a Note from the Go-To Greetings right here. Isn't that like pretty, pretty, pretty? So I'm going to use the Memento Tuxedo Black, and let's see if we can get this stamped down on here. Don't like how it came out, so we're going to do it again. Much better. You can tell it's Friday if I'm singing. Do you guys do this? I like to do this and not necessarily measure my piece until it's out. Okay, let's see. Where do I want that to go? I think this is going to do about 3/4 of an inch. And I was right. That was about 3/4 of an inch now. And I want to trim this off, and I want it nice and tight, like the other side, which, what do I have that on? About 2, just in case anyone asks, about 2 inches. Oh, cute, cute, cute. So we can come back on here. Let's find some dimensionals. You know, I was just using a bunch of them, but when you need them, they hide on you. So we're going to just use up these edges. Okay. And the reason why I switched sides, because I'll show you my original, is I decided I want this to show. So I'm going to go up here where there's less of the flowers showing. And maybe right around there. See if I got that straight. There we go. Okay. And I dictated that just by where the design was. This is our pool party sheer ribbon, which I think is soft and elegant like this. This could be a wonderful wedding card too. I may not do a tag card for it. I may do something else, but the paper is wonderful. And sometimes you see something and you think, I don't know, and then you see other people that use it and you think, oh, yep, I should get that, I should do that. Well, I was kind of slow on the boat with this one. Okay, so then I'm just going to put this right there where the tags would be, and I'm going to attach it with a glue dot. Or 2. There we go. Isn't it cute? Now on the other one, the flowers were set up perfect for me to do iridescent pearls. Oh my gosh. I love these things. So it's really hard to see on camera, but they're pearls, and then they have like that little bit of an iridescent, so it takes on blues or pinks or greens. Whenever I look at these, I think, oh, I need to do a baby card that incorporates these things because I think they're so soft and pretty. Or a wedding card in this case. So let me grab my, take your pick tool, and I want the actual pick. And let's see. The other one I could fit right in the center here, and I'll show you. Boy, I don't know, that just doesn't seem like that's gonna go, is it? And then I'll take one of these little bitty ones here and maybe put it down there. Okay, so stinking cute, flies really flat, nice and thin, ready to write. I love that. Now let me show you the other one. Now the other one I had going the other direction, but I had a little bit bigger flower on it. And so you can do it however you want. I think they're both extremely adorable. Love, love, love this. Now, all of these products are available for purchase in my online store. You can find that right here on Facebook. If you're watching right now, it's the blue Shop Now button up at the top of your screen. If you would like my page and follow me, that would be so awesome. I try to come at least every Wednesday for sure. I very rarely miss a Wednesday to do a demonstration to kind of inspire you. If you're watching this later on YouTube, I will have my online store listed in the description box. So I hope you guys have a wonderful Friday. I hope you love these cards. I think they're adorable. Super easy to make, and then you get that kind of, you know, that adult coloring feel when you use the watercolor pencils. So I hope for anybody who's new, who has never seen me before, that you'll like and share my video. And I also hope that if you haven't had these with the blender pens, you'd give it a try and let me know what you think. I think they're really super fun. So you guys have a great weekend, and I will see you next week right here, 7 p.m. Central Time, Piccadilly Stampin'. Take care. Bye-bye.